A shocking ambush on Lil Durk's lawyer has sent shockwaves through both the hip-hop world and legal circles, allegedly tied to a secret plea deal that was about to change everything. And now, all eyes are on NBA YoungBoy's camp, as whispers from the streets suggest this attack was no coincidence. The truth. It's uglier and more dangerous than you think. The streets are boiling. The courtroom's echo hasn't even faded, and already, the rumors are moving faster than bullets. Lil Durk, a man constantly riding the razor-thin line between fame and felony, was on the verge of pulling off what many said was impossible, negotiating a secretive, airtight agreement with prosecutors and the judge that could see him walk away from legal fire unscathed. The papers were signed, the terms were validated, and the judge was ready to give the green light. But before that could happen, chaos. Just days, hours even, after word got out that Durk's legal team had struck a deal that could effectively neutralize the case against him. His lead attorney was ambushed. That's right. Not harassed, not threatened, attacked. In broad daylight, brutally, strategically, and most chillingly of all, silently. No demands, no robbery. Just violence, a statement, message, and the question on everyone's lips. Who sent them? The moment the news broke, speculation exploded like wildfire. Sources close to the situation say the lawyer, whose name we won't reveal for security reasons, was leaving a private legal meeting tied to Durk's case when he was approached by multiple men in dark clothing, faces partially obscured. They didn't speak. They didn't hesitate. They just struck. He was hospitalized with severe injuries, but what he told investigators in the moments afterward was the part that left everyone stunned. He believed it wasn't random. In fact, he believed it was a hit. A message from someone who desperately wanted to keep that legal deal from going through. But why? Why would someone go this far? Why target a lawyer? The streets think they know. And it all points in one direction. NBA YoungBoy. Now let's be clear. We're not saying YoungBoy orchestrated this. There is no direct proof tying him to the incident. But what we are saying is this. The tension between Lil Durk and NBA YoungBoy isn't just rap beef anymore. It's blood deep. It's real. And if the rumors are even half true, there are people around that circle willing to do anything to shift the game in their favor. Let's rewind for a second. For months, Lil Durk has been entangled in a web of criminal allegations and potential legal downfalls. Some tied to street ties, others to charges from his past. The prosecution had him cornered, or so they thought. But behind the scenes, Durk's legal team was making moves. Deals. Quiet agreements. There were whispers that Durk was prepared to give up certain details. Not to snitch, but to shift responsibility, to cooperate just enough to protect himself legally speaking. And somehow, he and his team managed to finesse an arrangement. One that could have seen charges dropped, others reduced, and a clean exit from a case that had been threatening to take him down. But the key word here is, almost. That deal was contingent on timing, on paperwork, on silence. And once word started leaking, word that Durk was walking away while others might still be in the crosshairs, it ignited a fury. People felt betrayed. Not just because Durk found a way out, but because they didn't. And when you've got enemies who already don't want to see you win, this kind of news is all the motivation they need to act. Now here's where NBA YoungBoy's name comes back into the spotlight. This isn't your usual hip-hop beef. This is generational, personal. There's bad blood between YoungBoy and Durk that runs far deeper than diss tracks. Losses have been taken, words exchanged, people hurt, and fans have watched year after year, as the two camps traded bars, threats, and energy. But when people started suggesting Durk was about to escape the consequences, while YoungBoy continues to sit in a legal hurricane of his own, theories started to bloom. The idea that someone close to YoungBoy's circle caught wind of the deal and decided to act violently. And look, while this theory sounds wild, it's not just internet smoke. Sources say there was a leak. Someone somewhere tipped off the wrong people that Durk's deal was real, validated, and coming down fast. And within 48 hours, Durk's attorney was assaulted. That's not coincidence. That's calculated. Now here's where it gets even darker. Insider suggests that the attack wasn't just about revenge. It was a tactical move to delay or sabotage the release process. If Durk's legal representation was incapacitated, the paperwork couldn't be finalized. The legal engine would stall. Judges might question the integrity of the deal. And it would buy someone, somewhere, time to figure out their next move. Time to plan. Time to retaliate. The legal team scrambled. Durk's remaining lawyers filed emergency motions to protect the deal, citing interference, potential witness intimidation, and danger to legal counsel. The judge, furious. Prosecutors,